Hey, 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 welcome, everybody. I see Chalet is in the house. Woohoo, first one tonight. You beat Gibbo tonight. Gibbo sent me a picture on one of my community posts. I don't know if you guys have seen my community posts. Let me go to my channel and then I'll share the screen with you. Community. Alrighty. Oh, Mumsy's in the house. Woohoo! Yay, welcome. There's Gibbo in the house. I'm going to share your comment here in just a second. Here, start here. So this is my community. See, if you guys don't know about this, there's videos, shorts, lives. That's where most of the stuff is, right? There's playlists. So if you want Gen X or true crime, I always make sure to put them in the playlist. And then there's the community tab. All right. So I love this. Have you guys seen this picture? it's a German Shepherd like Chloe in the Karen Reed trial saying, I bit him. Instead of her, because the prosecution is saying that Karen Reed said, I hit him, and therefore she's guilty. Of course, none of the science shows that he was hit by a car. So that aside, I thought this was cute. So it's like Chloe's testifying, saying, I bit him. But it's on this one here. So I showed the Golden Girls. I wrote their ages at the time the show started. B. Arthur was 51. Blanche. Did I get those two mixed up? I got those two mixed up. Oops. B was 53 and Blanche was 51. The late Rue McClanahan, I think. She and then Betty White was 55. I'm older than Betty White was. And the Golden Girls. Anyway, Gibbo had a nice comment in here. Said, I'm very disappointed, Maven. I need 27 lives a week or I need to unsubscribe. So I wrote back, I'll see what I can do about that. Oh, good for you. And Andy's in the house. Excellent. Welcome, everybody. Yes, mistrial. That's the first topic that we have is the mistrial of Karen Reed. So I just have this up here, just something for you guys to look at while we're talking about Karen Reed. Come back over here. So yes, the verdict came back, and the jury came back saying that basically they cannot come to an agreement, and therefore Judge Auntie Bev declared a mistrial. So it was a hung jury. It's a mistrial that now everybody's talking about, that Lolly says, yes, I'm going to we're going to do it again and everything. Let me tell you, so you guys want to know my opinion in my show. I'm going to give you my opinion. Even if he wants another trial, I don't think he's going to be able to do another trial because I think that the Department of Justice and the FBI investigation is going to arrest people. And he's not going to have any more witnesses left to have a second trial. So I don't think it's going to happen, even if he wants it to happen. But the way they left it, I didn't write it down here, but let's see. They set a date, I think May 22nd, if I recall, to come back and then address whether or not Lally's going to do, then formally if he's going to ask for a second trial and press charges again against her. So I think my opinion is that the feds are going to arrest people. Mumsy says, before I forget, Miriam, remember the trees in the middle of California on 99? Well, they are removing them to increase the highway. Oh my gosh. Yes, of course I do. And so what she's talking about is that there were 2 trees planted right in the middle of California. Whoops. California trees, Highway 99 images. So one is a pine tree that represents Northern California, and a palm tree representing Southern California. And so they've been there. I don't know how long. Long time. And oh my gosh, that's horrible. That they're gonna. I mean, are they gonna? Would they survive being moved? That's just absolutely horrible. I mean, this one here is a good representation. In fact, I can open the image in a new tab. Oh my God. Was I not sharing the tab? Were you guys still looking at Karen Reed? So this shows how they've built whenever they've redone the highway and stuff, they've always built it around these 2 trees. I don't know. I don't understand why if they want to widen the road, why they can't just go outward from the trees, why they have to remove the trees. Oh, yeah, there's big eucalyptus trees, but I know she's right, Mumsy. You're talking about these 2 trees? Gibbo. No, I think he was moved for his behavior, not fired or punished as of yet. Oh, Proctor. So let me see what you said. Law enforcement guy got fired for mistrial. Yeah, they've transferred him out of the Norfolk County State Police Department. So yeah, he hasn't, as far as I know, he's still getting paid. Oh, Mumsy says July 22nd, not May 22nd. Oh no, July 22nd, they're going to move the trees. All right, I think you're saying. New comment. We have the oldest tree in the Midlands by me. It fell over about 70 years ago and is still alive, just lying there. It's got a great big information plaque with it. That's cool, Gibbo. It's a palm tree and a pine tree. No, to survive, they plan on planting 20 more trees. That's weird. Let's look up the. Share this tab instead. Oldest tree in Midlands, UK. Wow. So this is the one you're saying that it fell over, but it's still alive? There's a few different trees here. Well, that's Birmingham. Not Sherwood Forest, Nottinghamshire. So these are a lot of different old trees. Maybe not or is Birmingham in the Midlands? Yeah. Those are the trees. Jinx. No trial. You're talking about the trial on July 22nd. Gnarly trees. Yeah, those were gnarly trees. Yeah, it looks dead, but it's a type of oak tree. All righty. Okay, so back to Karen Reed. You guys, oh. You're right. Okay, July 22nd. Well, I got the 22nd right. And so Alan Jackson has already said he's not going to come back for that date because he's got another trial. He says he's got another trial. But I think that going forward, Yannetti can handle it. All the money paid to Alan Jackson, and a lot of that is time and research and preparation. So all the evidence has already been gathered. All the strategy has already been laid out. So Yannetti could do it on his own. They don't, because Alan Jackson was coming out from California, out to Boston, and so yeah, I don't think they'll be paying his fees again for if there was a second trial. But as I said, I don't think there's going to be a second trial. Looks dead, type of oak. That's where we have the mini Stonehenge and the pesky Odinites. Birmingham is the city outside where this is, but they claim all our glory. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so nothing to do until July with Karen Reed and her case. However, like I said, there could be news, like there was news about, so Proctor. Trooper Proctor. Oh, did you guys see him saying, "Get off my effing lawn" to a reporter? He's relieved of duty. So he's relieved of duty, and he is being transferred. So that was announced 2 hours after Lally announced he would pursue a second trial. There you go. So that's that update. Relieved of duty. So I guess he's not working anywhere. But they did say they were transferring him. Remember that. What else are you guys saying? Wasn't this over a fight over John's lawn? So for anyone who doesn't know, the Karen Reed trial was all about Officer John O'Keefe. Let's come back here to some pictures. Images. I was wondering if there's the house, because you're asking kind of like what happened. 34 Fairview. Okay, so 500. Okay. Open image in a new tab. Sure. Oh, that's small. How does that look on? That's small. Give me a second here. Let me find you a picture that's bigger. This one's kind of interesting. But it's small. That's small. That's kind of small, but that's a good. Let me see. Open this one in a new tab. Let me see. Oh, it opens up good. Okay, share this tab instead. They never fire them. They just move them. Yeah, there was one comment like priests, you know. All righty. So here you can see that the house that is owned by a Boston police officer named Brian Albert, or at the time, this was January, Friday night, January 28th, Saturday morning, the 29th, you know, once you cross over midnight. And so Brian Albert is a Boston police officer. John O'Keefe is also a Boston police officer. And this is in a little suburb town called Canton that's south of Boston. And so here that you can see the flagpole. There's also in this area, like obviously out of the shot, is a fire hydrant. And there's where this light is, there's a door that goes into the house, but here's the front door to the house. So some people will use the front door, but most people use this door, which kind of has a little hallway and goes into the kitchen. And apparently there's also a door to the basement right in that area. So John O'Keefe's body was found before 6 a.m. the next morning in the snow. Okay. The prosecution was trying to say that after a night of drink, everybody was drinking, that Karen dropped him off. Well, the prosecution is saying that she was going to drop off John O'Keefe to go in the house and wish Brian Albert's son, Brian Albert Jr., a happy birthday. But that he never made, and all of the prosecution witnesses say he never went in the house. And they say that she moved forward, backed up. She moved forward 60 feet, put the car in reverse, got up to 24 miles per hour, and hit John and left him to die in the snow. All right. The defense says that he did go in the house. She dropped him off by the driveway and then moved forward to wait for him because there were other people coming as well. And when he didn't come out, she went home. And the theory is that he was herded into the basement really quickly. A fight ensued. They had a German Shepherd dog named Chloe that bit him on his arm. He got knocked out cold, and they put him outside to die in the cold. And it was a hung jury. But the science, all the science with the expert witnesses, number one, say that yes, those were dog bites and dog scratches that on his arm, not from a broken, like his arm getting hit by the car, breaking the taillight, and then the taillight making the scratches. All the experts say no, those are dogs. It was not caused by the taillight. And that the car, that at least now, if the prosecution had not given any details about how the car hit John, it could be open. But they were very specific in how the car hit him, where it hit him, all of this. And the experts were saying, no, not possible. So he was never hit by a car. So then how did he die and end up there if it wasn't from Karen? Right? But it was a hung jury. So what are you guys saying? Oh, no new comments. Okay. So that's about the quickest summary I can give. Oh man, I had this queued up. To SarahBirchmore. And didn't I have, because I want to show you guys this video here. But I thought I also had, oh, maybe it was just from scrolling down like this. No, where's the Google search on Sandra? I'm sorry. Okay, I'll do a new SarahBirchmore. Hey, Spunky. All right. So first I want to show you this. This is like a more recent picture of her, right? But look at this picture. And let me see how big is it? Okay, that should be big enough to open in a new tab. Give it a second to open. Spunky. Ah! Spunky almost stepped on my keyboard. Go away. Go close. Okay. Look at her there. This is when she was part of the Police Explorers program. She's like 13. I think she's 13, not 12. Is she 12 or 13? Does it say? Okay, I don't know. I'm not going to look for it. And look at this guy. This is one of the, I think this is the police officer that they're saying fathered her baby. She was 3 months pregnant when she died. But they were grooming her, and there was at least 3 police officers that we know of that took turns with her. Oh, great summary. Thank you. Thank you. Gibbo, she may have hit him as an accident, but all the evidence says I'd have too much doubt for a guilty verdict. Well, exactly. I mean, I had originally thought maybe she hit him. You know, I mean, I was allowing that maybe there was an accident, right? Especially when some of the prosecution's witnesses was like, especially when they were talking about the data and stuff. But then as I looked at it closer, I was like, no, wait a minute. This whole 60 feet forward, 24 miles an hour thing is based on the wrong data, you know, which we've gone over in a previous show. Anybody that doesn't know what I think can go look at that one. Yeah, these guys are creeps with SarahBirchmore. But the thing that sealed it for me, actually, because there's like, I could point to a million different things, right? But the thing that really sealed it to me is like whether or not you believe Lucky, the snowplow driver. And I do believe Lucky, the snowplow driver. And there was no body there. John's body was not in the snow at 2:30 a.m. So therefore, she couldn't have even accidentally hit him. Right? Now, you don't have to believe Lucky, but I believe Lucky. Should have a t-shirt or something that says, I believe Lucky. I did see someone that had like a 4-leaf clover kind of thing, or maybe like a 3-leaf clover, but instead of in God we trust, it was like in Lucky we trust. What are you doing? Little Spunky Monkey is, you know, I've got this big TV screen monitor that I use for a monitor, and he's going like this on my TV screen. She, what? Hey, Spunky Monkey. Okay. I pet her and she stops. And then, you know what? She's got me trained, doesn't she? Come here. More Spunky. This is the one. Little Spunky Monkey. So she knows that if she starts doing the screen, I'm gonna start petting her and get. Yeah, you got me trained, don't you? All right. So back to SarahBirchmore. This Young Explorers program, I think, was in a different city, but in the same county. But she was found, living and found dead in Canton. And the police just immediately declared it a suicide. Meow. Everyone's saying hello. Okay, there she goes. Okay. So Sandra Birchmore, 13-ish, in the Young Explorer program, being passed around. Everybody in her school knew it. It was really, really sad. Then she ends up 3 months pregnant. And I think this guy's wife was about ready to have his married baby. And then she ends up, so let me show you that video that I had ready for you here. Okay. So this is her. This is the last video of her alive. As she's going to go into the elevator. It says 5:46 p.m. on Monday, February 1st, 2021. So this is like a year before John O'Keefe's death. So there she goes. So now let me do the pauses for the time. So the same evening, 21, so that's 9:27 p.m. So 4 hours later. Matthew Farwell, president of the police union and Massachusetts, did he say state police officer? So a trooper? I'm not sure. 30 minutes later, he comes out. And then I think they say they found her 2 days later, if I recall. I'm not sure if it was the next day or 2 days later. But, it was, and so this happened in Canton. So all the same players in the Karen Read trial were involved in this investigation and cover up. And now it's being reinvestigated. There are actions being taken against these officers. Let me come back over. Or did I? Oh my gosh, did I share? I wish I could see your video. Okay. How did I not hit the share this tab instead? Love Heart of Glass. Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. 13 and meant to be with the most trusted in our community. Exactly. All right. So you've already heard what I said, but here for you to see.
That's Sandra Birchmore heading up to her apartment.
5:46.
Now watch this.
Now at 9:30.
That's Matthew Farwell, a former Massachusetts police officer and president of the police union, heading up to Birchmore's apartment also. He spends 30 minutes there, and then he leaves.
30 minutes, and he leaves. Okay. Now, if we come over here, let me just do. So, like 7 days ago, the police chief was profoundly disturbed by new information. Right? This is the Staunton police chief. Right? And she held a press conference. So in March, the state medical examiner ruled she was 23 years old when she died and 3 months pregnant. So the state medical examiner had ruled that she had died by suicide. But now they're changing it to a homicide. Three officers are accused of having inappropriate relationships with her: Matthew Farwell, William Farwell, and Robert Devine. McNamara, that's the chief, said at a news conference, in September 2022, that, she had announced the findings of an internal affairs investigation. Anyway, and she was hanging in her apartment, all right? So that is one, I think, that because the Stoughton police officers are the ones that abused her, but the Canton officers are the ones that covered it up. So now that they're all in trouble because of the Karen Read trial, all of this is coming to surface again. So it's just there's nothing more to say about it, but it's something to watch as more might develop. Yeah, I think so. Abused for 10 years. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know how many of them for the whole 10 years. Maybe she only continued with one for the whole 10 years, the one that got her pregnant. But all right. So next, let me update you on Jay Slater. Here we go. So if you guys remember, Jay Slater is the UK teen that went missing in, I think he was 19, went missing in Tenerife, the island of the Canary Islands. It belongs to Spain. Well, after 10 days or so, it was a really strange day 3 days ago where you had more people joining the search. In the morning, they were joining the search. There were more search efforts. And by the afternoon, they said they've terminated the search. They've ended. They've discontinued searching. So that was weird. And as you can see here, British police, this was just 4 hours ago on Sky News. British police react to the news that the search in Tenerife has been called off. Yet 18 hours ago, you've got Sky News saying that the investigation into disappearance continues, insists the Tenerife mayor. So what I see in that is that the investigation is continuing, but not the search, right? So the search has been called off. And it was like an about face. It was really strange. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that, but we can keep our eyes on if there's any more developments. Yeah, that's a long time with Sarah Birchmore. Okay, so Delphi. Put a little tab here just for our reference. Since the motion to dismiss was filed, I didn't actually I didn't do a read through on that because we were in the middle of Karen Read, and that was just taking up all my brain power. So there was an additional motion to dismiss with even more information by the defense. But I didn't go over it. And that was a couple of weeks ago now. And so since then, nothing new has happened with Delphi. So that's kind of hibernating for the moment. Idaho 4. Let me check your... Did you hear about the 13-year-old boy at a wilderness camp for troubled kids? No, I did not. But I did hear about a young man, I don't know if he was 13 or 15, in Casper, Wyoming, outside a mall. So it wasn't a wilderness camp. but I can look it up. North Carolina, 7 days ago. Well, there's 12 years old. Okay. So on February 7th, a 12-year-old boy was found dead at a wellness therapy camp in North Carolina 1 day after he was enrolled. Now, 7 days ago, they're saying that it's ruled a homicide. He suffocated due to smothering on his first night at the camp. Sleeping in a bivy sack, a sleeping bag with an outer cover that had a solid outer layer zipped because the mesh layer was torn. Instructions for a bivy sack readily available online warn against zipping the solid outer layer completely shut. Staff at the camp put an alarm on the zipper to prevent the boy from being able to open it. The staff at the camp? He was placed into this compromised sleeping area by others and did not have the ability to reasonably remove himself from the situation with the alarm securing the opening. The standard protocol was deviated from due to using a damaged bivy and securing the outer weather-resistant door instead of the inner mesh panel. Oh, I see. Wait. They put an alarm. I guess they normally put an alarm on it so that because it's like for troubled kids, so that they don't run away. But they're supposed to put it on the inner panel instead of the outer panel. Lastly, the counselors could not check on him as they should due to the opaque nature of the outer panel, preventing them from potentially noting the problem and delivering aid before he died. With this combination of factors, the death is best certified as a homicide. And the sheriff said he was waiting for the autopsy before moving forward in his investigation. Search warrants showed the boy was lying on his back with his knees bent when first responders were first called to the scene. Rigor mortis had already set in. Shame on you, former participants weigh in on wilderness camp. Yeah, it's Trails, Carolina is a camp for troubled teens. This is the second time a camper's died at the facility in a decade. And so their license has been revoked. That's sad. That's sad. They wrapped him in a tarp like a burrito and then sat on him. Oh my gosh. Stony, welcome, Stony. Hello. Stony in the house. All righty. When I'm over looking, when I'm like looking at the other tab, then I don't see the chat. Sorry. Wow. Oh, that's a good one that what's his name? Oh, does it even say? It probably doesn't say because he's a minor. Maybe we could call it Trails Carolina. Give them some publicity. Hashtag Trails Carolina. All right. And we'll keep our eye on any developments with that. All right. So Idaho 4. So I just did, just have a little search here for pictures. But the update is they had a hearing last week. Basically, they're saying the trial is going to take 3 months. They want to do it over the summer, so they're saying possibly June, July, August would be. Oh, but not this year. I mean, I think it's 2025 or something. But that's pretty much it. That it's going to be a 3-month trial that would start in June, but probably not June this year. I don't think. They didn't settle for an exact date, and the defense had a few comments about excuse me, the think about what I was conditions, conditions with like, okay, I agree to this, but if things don't, if the situation changes, I like reserve the right to, I don't want to be locked into this the way it is, right? Stipulations. The things they put them in to sleep, you would have claustrophobia. Yeah, 3 months. But well, that includes like the jury, the jury choosing the jury, which could be like 2 weeks prior, and then the jury deliberations at the end. So really, the time frame is very similar to what we just experienced with the Karen Read trial. So we did Karen Read, we did we Delphi, Idaho, Micah Miller. There's nothing new that I could find. We did SarahBirchmore, Assange, Julia Assange. I just wanted to make sure to mention that he was, I guess he went to some kind of court, pled guilty with time served or something. And so now he's free and he's in Australia. So that was a long time coming. But other than his release, I haven't heard anything since he was released. He's laying low, hanging out with his wife and kids, I suspect. What are you doing, Spunky? Spunky's at it again. I know you can't see that because she's under the webcam. Yeah, that you start doing that, I reach over and pet you. Look at you, all content. Watch the second I stop. You gonna lay down? Lay down? Just lay down? Just lay down. I see your comments. No new comments. All right. Okay. So the new one that I found is called his name. They've said the young man's name, and it is Bobby Mayer. Okay, Casper teen accused of holding Bobby Mayer down during the stabbing pleads not guilty. So Bobby was 14. This is Bobby right here. He was 14 years old. And these two kids had been like bullying his girlfriend. They went into the mall. There was a Target in the mall. They got knives from the Target and came out like looking for him to attack him. Like during spring break, but then some people say it was just like 10 days ago, but like, well, that doesn't make sense because it's July now. It wouldn't be spring break, wouldn't be 10 days ago. There was a bit of altercation. So he was outside. Bobby was outside. These two, the 15-year-old and his friend, one held him, one stabbed him. They're going to be tried as adults. They've pled not guilty to insanity. The judge said, do you read his rights and said, do you understand? Yes, ma'am. asked what grade he completed in school all the way to the 9th, then asked if he'd ever been diagnosed with a learning disability, not that I'm aware of. Hey, stop it, Spunky. Spunky. Get this fucking monkey. Can you stay here, Spunky? Go down. There you go. All right. So this is something that I want to like follow as well. So there was a video. Somebody that was in the parking lot got a video. The two teens were wearing masks. It shows them grabbing Mayor, Bobby, and slamming him to the ground. Okay, Plunkett, also 15 at the time. So they were two 15-year-olds. They stabbed him twice. The knives were from Target. Court records show that during a police interview after the incident, Harris admitted to holding Mayor down, but stated the thought it was to make sure the fight was over. Harris told police he helped Plunkett in the confrontation because he was mad about an incident that happened over spring break at a park in Evansville. Mayor Bobby had then allegedly asked Plunkett and Harris if they were freaks because he saw them exit a portable bathroom together. Ooh. Well, there you go. I mean, I heard the freaks thing before, but I hadn't read the line about exiting a portable bathroom together. That's not good. So they're undergoing mental exams right now. Yeah, senseless. It's totally senseless. Same thing with the kid in the sleeping bag. Totally senseless. So that's all my updates. What do you guys want to talk about? Have grape juice made from real grapes. Look at that. It says Big Love. I don't know if you can see. It says Big Love. Stop sharing the screen. Yeah. So that's everything. Close these. Start closing tabs. Delphi, Idaho 4, Jay Slater, Sandra Birchmore, Karen Reed, Sarah Birchmore, the Trails, Carolina. Oh, and there's me. Good job. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there was a lot. Look at, I'm turning red. I don't feel hot right now, though. I don't know. I haven't had any wine. My mom turns all red like this when she has wine. Maybe there's, well, grape juice. Could there be tannins in grape juice? I don't usually react like that, though, like my mom does. If she drinks red wine and there's a lot of tannin. Christmas in July. Christmas in a few months. Okay. Yeah. 6 months is a few. Okay. That can qualify. It's here. Yeah. And so Gibbo wants more lives. He can't, 3 days a week is not enough for his addiction. Well, I'm sure that, I probably could do a couple of more. 4th of July. Yes, it is coming up. In fact, last night when I was tutoring the dorm girls, we went over, they had done a placement exam the week before. So I had corrected all the results and we went over the results and went over all the answers, for that. And And then there was still about 30 minutes left. And so I said, okay, let's talk about the 4th of July that's coming up. It's hot here. Oh, I saw that. I saw something. You got triple digits going on, like over 110, I think. Chalet says, Queen Censor, love it. Was Canada Day yesterday. She had to go somewhere today. Did you see the picture on her community post about she caught a big fish? She sends her love. Wait. Okay, so on my channel, I have to look at my like a live stream that, like the description, so I can get, because everybody's in the description. What do you guys think about this new format that YouTube has? CFM Rocks, that's what it is. Where, in fact, here, let me share my screen. So now it's over here on the side, right? Okay, yeah. Maybe you'll go out on the boat. Oh, and do a live on the 4th of July. Because there's the fireworks were good for Canada Day. Somebody was telling me they checked into doing fireworks for an event. It would have been $200,000 for the fireworks. They said, that's all right, we'll skip it. But yeah, now it's over here. So like your chat is on the side. The comments are on the side. I actually kind of like that you can, like, if there's a lot of them, you can scroll through them while the video is still here. When it was underneath, you'd have to scroll down to like look at comments. But now the video stays here when you can scroll through comments. But in order to see the description, stop it. Get down. Hey, stop it. And now it's Piggy. All right. It's here. Now, in order to see the description, I got to click more here. And then it only shows part of it. And then I got to click more again. So I kind of don't like that part of it. Hey. See that? Get down. Go on. Oh, she listened to me. So. There we go. In their community page. There you go. She did it again. She outfished the teacher. LOL. Happy long weekend, Canada Day, to those who are celebrating. We might kick off a live fireworks show this evening. Have to see if we can get a good view. God bless. So there's Queen and the fish that she caught. How nice is that? I clicked like. See? It's like right there. There's my proof. I'm hanging on a moment here with you. That's like too. I don't know if I saw that one. Like 4 days ago. 35 feet in the air, installing wood siding is no joke, yet it feels like home to me. I wish everyone an awesome long weekend. We'll try to crank off a live sometime this weekend. Yeah, I've seen him out on this property already. So yeah, there's Queen. The latest is fireworks. Big money to watch other people's money go up. Exactly, and Mom agrees. But yeah, I compared it with Cambodia's Independence Day. I said, what do they do? And they told me a parade. I said, yes. And when people are walking in the parade, we actually call that marching. You're marching in the parade. And then I said, I know there's no like special food that you eat for Independence Day. Oh, but I mentioned flags too, because Cambodia puts flags out everywhere. And I said, but in America, people, even their clothes, they might have a flag on their clothes, or they'll have a red shirt with blue jeans with white shoes or something, and so the red, white, and blue. And we always say it that order. We never say white, blue, red, or blue, white, red, or blue, red, white. It's always red, white, and blue. Always. And then we talked about hot dogs and corn on the cob and watermelon seed spitting contests and 3-legged races and sack races and stuff. Had lots of fun telling them about Independence Day. Red, white, and boom. Well, let's see. Your fireworks should be in my morning, yeah? So maybe I'll be up for it. Depends on how early they do it. If they do it at 5 o'clock, I'm probably not going to be awake. But if they do it like at 8 o'clock, then it's possible that I'll be awake. Sometimes I don't get up till 8:30 or 9, but sometimes I wake up at 3 or 4 or something, and then I read to go back to sleep. They've been doing them for a week around the neighborhood. Wow. The next big celebration. We don't have any public holidays in the months of July and August here in Cambodia. In September, we get more holidays again. But I think it's August 5th is going to be the groundbreaking of a canal project, which will be as impactful as California's, was it Delta Mendoza Canal? That takes water from the north and down to LA. I mean, it's going to be a huge canal project. And so the groundbreaking, they're like practically declaring it a holiday. And they're asking all the pagodas to sound their gongs and their drums and everything. So that'll be interesting. Wonder where you got red, white, and blue. Oh, yeah. We just put a different shape to it, right? It's a slogan they use in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the red, white, and boom. Cool. For their celebrations. Yeah. Nice. So the Chamber of Commerce, the American Chamber of Commerce in Cambodia, is holding an event on July 4th. I've been extended an invitation to go. I have not RSVP'd yet. So we'll have to see. Rainy season's kind of kicked in now. And so it's like every evening around 5 or 6, there's like rain. Like, I don't want to make any plans during the rain, especially when I go out on my motorcycle. Yep. You're 2? Yeah. All right. Well, if there's not much else to talk about, I'll just recap on my thoughts on the Karen Read trial. I don't think a second trial will happen because I don't think they're going to have anybody left to testify, because I think the FBI is going to move forward with their investigation and hopefully arrest these people, because that's where the justice needs to happen. Oh, you got that British rain. Yeah, my mom and I went to London and we had our umbrella with us. Didn't slow us down, but yeah, we had the umbrella. A hurricane is brewing out there. We'll have to keep our eyes on that. I know there's one that's Beryl, 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 that's supposed to be hitting Jamaica or something. Need to go. So hugs, everyone. Have a good day. Well, before you go, Mumsy, don't forget that love transcends time and space. So wherever and whenever you are watching this, for you right now, but those on replay, You know what? I love you. It's going to reach you too. Okay. So I think that wraps it up. And tomorrow's Gen X. So we want to do music games tomorrow. We got people interested in music and name that tune. So yeah, love you too. So same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow for name that tune games. Alrighty. Love you. Thank you so much for joining.